Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome back once more, dearest listeners, to Frankenstein Control.
Ooh, it's a walloping good time.
It is finally, truly, and properly fall now that we're well into October, which means it's the best month of the best season. The leaves are changing, the shadows are getting longer, and it would seem that after the irredeemable shit show that has been this awful, awful year, we're finally going to have a beautiful autumn as a consolation prize. Which, of course, will naturally reverse itself that I've gone and said that. So yeah. I just cocked that one up for everybody. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Friend of the show, Josh, has a beautiful autumn every day.
That's true.
Oh.
Nice save there. Well, maybe it's just the dopamine boost from the seasonal change, but it has actually felt slightly less like the cosmos itself was choking us and ignoring our safe word these past couple weeks.
Are you sure you're just not ignoring the news cycle? That's what I've been doing, and I feel pretty good. I've also been taking vitamin D, and I feel a lot better.
Yeah, same.
Well, were you going somewhere with the vitamin D?
No.
Nah.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, Ada gave me some.
Yeah, I gave Taylor the D.
See, I saw him set himself up for that, and I let you, I let you ram it home, pun intended.
My face is red.
No, it's not.
Well, it's red from all the alcohol I'm drinking.
Maybe so. Well, no, I actually haven't been ignoring the news, and that's surprising that I would still feel this way, and it's because there were a few newsworthy events this whole time since our last recording that. It's making things, well, if not less devastating, then at least it makes things feel a little more fair.
Oh, okay, we're going to talk about that.
Nothing would exemplify this better than reports that the fiendish feline himself, rav'ir, saw fit to unlatch a window at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and pad silently through the west wing on his madfuckerish cat feet to deftly purloin the tent-sized azure trousers of the ridiculous money clown who was made president by Electoral College decree. Coupled with the untimely release of explicitly worded audio tapes confirming that his wife, the First Lady, despises Christmas, surely these events proved to be a humbling crucible for our embattled Commander-in-Chief.
Are you telling me the war on Christmas is going to affect him of all people?
Of course not, but did you hear about that?
No.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
That's really funny. That's like some Fullmetal Alchemist first episode shit.
It really is. It really is. Well, now some of you may be struck aghast by any appearance of implied levity towards the president's imperiled health and might suggest that I clarify my remarks or issue a retraction in the name of civility, and to them I say, no. Besides, he's definitely completely 100% better now. He's returned to the campaign trail, holding daily maskless events so that he can scream about how much he loves America directly into the faces of children and old people. He wouldn't be doing that if he didn't feel good, guys.
No.
Melania still hates Christmas, though.
How the Melania stole Crimbus.
She prefers Noc Strehu, the holiday that commemorates Yugoslavian hero Lazar of Serbia's ascendancy to vampirism in 1389.
Whoa.
Anyhow,
busting out the big guns.
I'd be remiss if I allowed my presidential Khajiit visitation bit, Colovian fur helm, etc., to distract me from thanking our sponsors.
Oh.
We are brought to you tonight once more by Cologuard.
No!
Yay!
Who are now offering pumpkin spice-scented sample boxes to get with the season and ensure that their hapless lab technicians never enjoy fall again. Over to you two before more hijinks ensue.
Just imagine they get the box
Yes, they can't get within 100 yards of a Yankee Candle this time of year without vomiting with PTSD.
That's what happened to me with this brand of air freshener that my mom was using. At one point, I couldn't smell the air freshener without also smelling shit. Because that was the only context it was ever used, was to cover that smell up. But it didn't cover it up. It just mingled.
Like the old term Febrezes.
Yeah.
It's why I switched to lighting a candle in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But now I don't have a candle anymore, so you just have to deal with my hellacious, horrifying shits every day. Welcome to Frankenstein Control.
I wonder why I saw you walking in there with a newspaper under one arm and a fully stocked menorah under the other.
I didn't know Hanukkah was this
I'm
early.
not Jewish, but I just think menorahs are neat. But yes, welcome to Frankenstein Control, everybody. I'm your host, Rabbi Taylor. To my right is the Ada who stole Christmas.
I'm the Grinch, and I stole Christmas, and I gave Christmas to rich people that won't appreciate it.
Oh, God.
Sorry, little Johnny, you don't get anything.
Oh. In front of me, as always, is B-Rye.
I'm B-Rye, and I celebrate Xmas, which just means I worship Robot Santa from Futurama. As I espouse his philosophy of murder to all, regardless of past behavior.
Talking about that, I just now came up with a scheme that if I play my cards right, I think I can make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
But it wouldn't be right. So I probably won't
Might as
do
well
it.
share it so someone else will do it.
Okay. I want to make a children's book, like completely as unironically as I can make a children's book called How the Atheist Stole Christmas and market it to conservatives. And I will make so much fucking money because those dipshits will buy anything.
They really will. That's... If somebody isn't already writing that right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not the first to think of that, but you're absolutely right. And it is a valid...
Oh, you going to Google it right now?
Yeah.
Might as well. Check it in real time.
Yes, but will it be just a meme or is it actually a book?
Well, in either case, it provides a good segue to go a little bit more in depth on the thing I mentioned earlier about Melania hating Christmas.
Oh!
So you haven't heard about that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear about it.
So...
Remember, I've been keeping out of the news cycle. I don't give a shit no more. I don't even go on Twitter.
Some lady who was, like, I guess, a former friend and possibly staff member of Melania's, while she was the first lady, so, like, you know, at some point during these past 4 years, taped a bunch of their conversations, and I think some of the taping was with Melania's consent. I think she trusted the lady and is now really mad at her. But this lady has now written a book. Like, I don't remember what it's called, but we'll call it Melania and Me because it sounds it sounds plausible. That's basically the theme of it. And
It's just called This Bitch.
Yeah, there's real audio that was dropped like last week of Melania like saying like, and then they don't give me a break. They say I'm the same as him, and then they sound like Toki Wartooth a la Meeps.
I was about to say that's a very good impression of the wife from Modern Family, Al Bundy's wife.
No, but she's like, then they talk about Christmas decorations and Christmas stuff. Who gives a fuck about Christmas stuff? But I have to do it. Like, I have to decorate the house.
Apparently that means she hates Christmas.
It's funny because
I'll take any ammo I can, but if
Michelle Obama had said that, there would have been torches and pitchforks.
Oh, yeah.
Then again, if Michelle Obama had said that, I feel like a lot less people who matter would care because, like, whatever. Yeah. But, like, you know, she's batting on the side of the guy who's batting on the side for that kind of crowd, Christmas under attack kind of crowd.
Yeah.
You know, the war on Christmas crowd, which, by the way, there is no war on Christmas. If you think there is, you're dumb. You really got to rethink your life. You got to rethink what's going on, dum-dum.
But how can they be the victims? Otherwise.
Yeah. If you're not the victim, then what do you have to complain
about? You're not supposed to ask those questions, Ada.
Sorry.
Their philosophy holds up to very little scrutiny.
But they hold up to a lot of scrotomy. I don't know what that means.
Want to shift gears just a little
Please.
bit here.
You can shift away from scrotomy.
You can shift my gear anytime, big boy.
I visited Maryland this past weekend to pick up my new car, which is
B-Rye's got a new car. A new whip?
It's my mom's old car. She signed it over to me so that I can finally have a car with air conditioning.
Yeah.
And it's only 1 year younger than my very old car, but it's got like a third of the mileage on it, and it's a Honda. So it should be
Hondas
more
are good.
reliable. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Me and Ada got Hondas. Welcome to the family.
Yeah,
Welcome to the cult of Honda.
It's good to be here. Is that Kool-Aid? Can I have some?
You bet.
No, it's Flavor Aid.
It's a very important distinction.
Yes.
But while I was in Maryland doing that, I did reconnect with legendary Maryland cryptid FBM.
Hey.
And I did, in fact, make him aware that I referred to him as legendary cryptid FBM, which he had no problem with and found was an apt description. And we pretty much just did what we always did, which is we just drive around town listening to jams and talking about fantasy novel series.
Yeah, of course.
That's all we ever do. But we went into scenic, downtown, like historical Annapolis, and we're like looking at some of the cool houses in there. And I noticed that on some of the really, really old houses, like some of the sections in town have like super like actual historical houses. And on like a lot of historical buildings, like when you go to Williamsburg or stuff like that, you're like always shocked by how like small the doors and fixtures are because people were like smaller back then. I'm also a ridiculous, obscene giant, but some of the doors on these houses were like really, really tiny. And
You're like Lurch coming into the Addams Family home.
yeah, and FBM took the opportunity to do some of his best improv, which is where he attributes various funny voices and or motivations to innocent passersby. And we saw these people in their house, and they had like a really, really narrow door, like a really super like oddly narrow front door.
Yeah.
And FBM's like, they keep it that way so I can't go into these houses, big right? He's like, I could not fit through that door frame. And then he goes, oh, fuck. That fat black man is outside. Make the door narrower. Do it, Martha. I don't want him in here.
We should probably stipulate that FBM is...
That's what FBM stands for, is Fat Black Man.
Which is the name that he gave himself and he will not answer to Dave. But that just about killed me.
Yeah.
It was,
narrow the door!
make the door narrower, Martha. I don't want him in here.
How does one narrow a door?
There's like video game logic where they just have a wrench and they whack it a couple times.
King, clang,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Slightly thinner.
Oh my god. What else did you do in Maryland with Maryland Cryptid FBM?
That's pretty much all we did, but I went for like a nice long walk at my favorite park from childhood and saw how it had changed.
Oh yeah, and you saw the spooky candle house, but from the other angle, which I didn't. I thought honestly the spooky candle house was just a giant flat prop,
one-dimensional.
Yeah, it was a one. It's you know what? I'll change that. It's a two-dimensional object in a 3D universe. It's not right. It's not natural, and it doesn't have a back. I figured if you looked at it from the back, it would look the same as the front, and if you looked at it from the side, it wouldn't exist. But no, you gave me photographic evidence that the house has a backside, and it has a big, thick booty.
It does, and it's not scary anymore because it's been purchased by a regular family with kids, and they changed it all up, made it look much less haunted. There's a basketball hoop, and in the driveway, and just signs of obvious healthy life.
Yeah,
that make you happy, and then it just sort of warms the cockles of your heart because whatever was going on there, they banished it.
Yeah,
hopefully. That does give me a good segue to mention briefly the Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix.
The Haunting of Beery Manor?
Yes. It's this sequel series. It's not related at all story-wise.
Oh, is it like a spiritual successor to the House of the Haunting on the Haunting of the House on the Hill and the Hill with the House and the Hill House Haunting?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the spiritual successor, pun intended, of that. And it's the plot is like in the 1980s, this girl, probably about our age, gets hired to be the au pair for these like little British aristocratic children at their family's sprawling estate, and of course it's haunted as fuck.
So it's the Adventures of Miss Di?
No, she was not our age when I stayed at her house, and it makes me sad to talk about her because she passed away.
I know, but now you can remember her fondly.
Well, she did. There were lots of ghosts. Wait, that was just my own reflection.
Go on, tell us about Bly Manor.
I pretty much did. I don't want to spoil it too much. There's only 9 episodes, and they're all super fun, and the story's really engaging, and it sucks you right in.
Tell us about the scariest thing in it. Spoiler for everybody, but then don't, because replace the thing that's scary with Al Bundy.
There is this creepy Al Bundy that comes out of the Al Bundy in the middle of the night. And when it finds people as it walks around the Al Bundy, it Al Bundys them.
Oh my God!
That's horrific.
Oh shit!
I mean, I don't even know if a lot of our listeners could even stand to watch the show after that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are going to have to be sleeping with the lights on tonight just from that description alone.
I mean, if you... Oh, actually, I had a spooky thing happen to me recently. I am reminded.
Do tell.
I had my first case of, like...
Sleep paralysis?
I don't know, like a post-sleep hallucination. I wasn't, like... I don't think I was paralyzed, but then again, I didn't move, so I guess I was. Mm-hmm. But, like, it was, like, on a weekend morning, so, like, no reason for it. I didn't watch anything spooky, but, like, I woke up, and this was in the morning, it wasn't in the night. I woke up in the morning, and I woke up on my back, and I look up at the ceiling, and there's like this half-formed amoeba spider crawling on my wall, or crawling on my ceiling, like towards me. And like, the thing was though, it was creepy as fuck and looked real as hell for how unreal it looked, but at the same time, I was just like, I was seeing shit. And I guess that was the scary part for me. I was like, I don't normally hallucinate.
Yeah.
What the fuck's happening? But yeah, it was so fucking weird, man. Like, when I say amoeba spider, I mean, like, it moved like a big tarantula, but it was like, imagine if you put a tarantula in a plastic bag and then you made the tarantula invisible. That's what it looked like on my ceiling. It was super fucking weird.
Shrink wrap spiders.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
I can sort of get it. I've never had an episode of sleep paralysis to my knowledge, or that I recall, but fear of that is one of the reasons I always sleep with. I keep a T-shirt in my bed that's like slightly too small for me to want to wear regularly, and I just put that over my eyes at night.
Yeah.
And you only put it on when you want to feel sexy.
Yes, that too. And that way, if I wake up, it's over my eyes and I can't see shit.
Yeah.
And it like usually stays there firmly throughout the night. Even if I wake up in various positions, it's always still on me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do a sleep mask because like a sleep mask is attached to you. So if someone was breaking in, I couldn't I worry I wouldn't have the dexterity to like rip it off and realize what's going on. So I want something that
I imagine you with that shirt on your head, and then somebody knocks on your door at night, and you basically look one for one like the Don't Wake Daddy game, where you just go and the fucking instead of the nightcap flying off, it's your little tiny T-shirt that says the Decemberist on it or something. That's what I imagine.
That's funny.
So, B-Ray, there's one important detail that you're forgetting about your special trip to Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
You brought home a special boy, a new member to the household.
I did.
B-Ray finally brought his Furby, Filmo, to me.
Filmo separated from Dilmo. Dilmo is at large somewhere in my house, which that does not make me feel super good.
It doesn't bode well.
Doesn't bode well.
The last known picture of Dilmo is him with like a
knife.
What is it, like the Hugo Chavez beret and then like a Glock in his hand.
Wait,
cigar in his mouth.
Oh,
he's just a South American dictator.
Hugo Chavez, was he real? B-Right, you know.
Yeah, he was the socialist president. Fuck, was it? I can't remember it now. It was one of the South Central American countries, Hugo Chavez.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Maurice Chavez, the DJ from the talk radio show in Vice City.
Oh my God! There's blood and pubic hair all over the studio.
I mean, that's what happens when you invite a Furby into your home. But yeah, I have my dear Filmo here.
Post a picture now.
Ready to be longified.
Oh, so you intend to make a long Furby, do you?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be like a horrible centipede creature with like skeletal legs. I just got to look at the guides to how to rip these things up because it's like more complicated than you would expect.
Yeah, I've always...
As it always is.
Having handled them and having, pretty intact memories of what they were like in the undercarriage department, I was like, how are people taking these apart? But I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah.
I hope you treat him well, because I do want him to not really be super harmed. I mean, I know you're going to turn him into a monstrosity.
Oh, yeah.
But
he's going to be given new life.
Given new life. He's going to have more of a life than he has had for the last 23 or 4 years in my parents' closet under the stairs at my house.
I'm going to give him functional legs, and he's going to come for you for imprisoning him in a closet.
And I'll deserve it.
He's going to bring his knife and be like, "Be right, you die."
And I'll deserve it.
Give him robotic spider legs like that fat guy in Morrowind.
Oh, God.
The Corpus dude.
The final Dwemer.
Yeah. Which is different than the final Berg.
Well, if we have the time...
We do.
I actually want to talk about...
Crime?
Something else that's horrible.
Oh.
And a reckoning came for it. And possibly it's better now? I want to talk about Adam Sandler.
Oh God! What? Did you see Dirty Diamonds?
No. So
or whatever that movie was called.
Obviously, over the last several years, and we are by no means the first people to talk about it because the Grumps have talked about it at length. But Adam Sandler has garnered and deserved a reputation for just being not great right now.
Yeah.
He's made a series of really, really horrible movies, some of which had problematic elements to them that were really less than good, and I'm certainly not going to defend him on. My personal theory is that, like, a while back, maybe as far as like 10, 15 years ago, like, I think he probably had like really bad writer's block and was like feeling a lot of pressure to be consistently funny, which God knows we know is like not always easy.
Now, when you talk about, it's not a problem for us. We're consistently unfunny all the time.
Exactly. But I think he was like, it was a combination of feeling that pressure, feeling the pressure to deliver another huge hit, and having like, the contractual obligation to make a bunch more movies, but not being sure what to make them about.
Right.
So he probably made a couple movies early on, just like the first couple that weren't less than good and maybe not up to par, but they were still like all of his movies, even his like horrible abominations, like Blended. Blended was a bad movie. It was a stupid movie. Just save yourself the trouble on Wikipedia if you care. It's not even worth doing that.
I liked Punch Drunk Love.
Well, all of his movies, even the bad ones, have been huge financial successes.
Really?
Yeah, they've done very well box office wise. They're panned by critics, but critics are paid to hate everything. So
wow,
you can't always go
brave territory there, be right.
I know I deserve an award of some kind for my bravery speaking out against an infamous institution that no one else has ever had the gall to criticize. Before.
The critics.
You are criticizing the critics.
Take that, sir.
Who could have thought of that?
How do you like it?
This is Democracy Manifest.
Well, anyhow, I think it had the cumulative effect of kind of fucking Adam Sandler up.
Okay.
Because then he's like, oh, wow, no matter what I do, even if I make shit, I'm still praised for it and make lots of money.
Oh, that kind of fucked up.
Like, does that mean that even when I was giving my heart and soul into these movies, were they even any good then, or would I have been like praised and showered with money regardless? And it can have all kinds of depressing, jading effects on a person, and I think that's what happened to it.
Like, did you see Jack and Jill?
No, I didn't. I haven't watched any of them because I've heard they're terrible.
I was wondering why, like, what could have scarred B-Rye to go on this rant? Did you watch Jack and Jill?
No, I watched his brand new, just released, and keep in mind some of the most recent horrible fucking shit shows he's released were on Netflix because he signed a huge movie deal with them.
Wait, is this the David Spade vehicle?
No.
Oh.
He released, and I think it was even released last week, a movie on Netflix called Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween?
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween.
And it stars all of his friends.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
And, like, what's his name? Ben Stiller's, like, literally in the first 10 seconds making a pee-pee joke. And
well, that made me laugh, so I don't know.
And, like, the entire movie is just him doing the Waterboy voice with the mustache. And, you talking like this, Hubie?
Oh, no.
And it's funny.
What?
It's actually funny.
Oh, God, what?
It's good. And it's the first... It's the first. It's the first Adam Sandler movie in possibly more than a decade.
B-Rai, you are putting our already tenuous reputation at stake. This movie better be hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
Okay.
It's decently funny.
You know what? Actually, I feel you on this front because there was a movie by another actor that people roll their eyes at that came out recently that I actually enjoyed.
But I even looked up just to make sure I wasn't making a huge ass of myself, and everyone else who was more socially conscious than me would be like, this had huge problems that I overlooked or some shit. Yeah. I googled reviews of it, and lots of people either were already determined to hate it because they've made the decision to hate him permanently, forever, irredeemably, or they were like, "Holy shit, was that funny?" And several of them were like, "Look, it's not like." Like what I was going to say earlier was like his production company is called Happy Madison.
Yeah.
But a happy person does not make the movies he's made.
Yeah.
But this seems like the first movie in possibly a decade or more that he actually enjoyed making and actually like put work in it and had a good time and thought it was funny himself. And it's got goofy, it's not a masterpiece. It's not, one for the ages. It's just funny. It's the first Adam Sandler movie in forever that's actually like worth watching as like a thing to throw on when you're not looking to get too invested in something and just want a few cheap laughs.
Right.
And it's enjoyable. And the story is, dare I say, almost cute.
Oh.
And like so many people were astounded and like, Jesus Christ. Maybe he is okay. Did he finally like deal with some deep personal shit here?
No, he just started taking vitamin D.
Yeah.
It helped him out.
It's a fun Halloween. He plays like the town Goobus in Salem, Massachusetts, and
the town Goobus in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's like the self-appointed like, be safe on Halloween, you guys, but have fun kind of guy, and he's like a total like dork about it.
Hey, you kids, stop running. Just kidding. Happy Halloween.
Sort of, and it's funny, and it's actually worth watching, and I was shocked beyond belief. I'm shocked. So shook, in fact, that I had to talk about it on here.
I'm shocked beyond belief. I didn't know a discerning individual such as yourself would enjoy a Happy Madison movie.
Well, like I said, go into it, knowing.
Okay. Well, actually, let's go down. Let's go down the list of the Adam Sandler greats. What did you think about Happy Gilmore?
It was pretty good. I mean, granted, the last time I watched it was 20 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember all of Adam Sandler's movies have the very important caveat of me having been like 12 years old or no older than that when I watched them, and therefore were unbelievably hysterical.
Well, B-Rai, he markets towards people with a 12-year-old's IQ, so let's go with that. Let's roll with that. So you liked Billy Madison, or did you like Billy Madison?
I did. I don't remember it much, but I did.
Okay, I liked it too. Did you like? Oh God,
Little Nicky.
Yeah, did you like Little Nicky?
I wasn't super really allowed to watch Little Nicky, but the bits and pieces that I saw of it and remember being discussed at school seemed funny.
Did you like The Waterboy?
Yes,
I did too. Did you like Click?
That was when he was starting to get towar's the bad times.
I think that is exactly the Adam Sandler like breaking point. I think
pivot.
that was the moment that
was the pivot.
That was the pivot. We'll call it the Adam Sandler pivot.
I remember watching that with my mom when I was like 15 or something, and I was like, that was kind of funny, but there also seemed like something was wrong with that.
Like it gets so dark at the end, where he just fucks up his whole life, and Christopher Walken's the angel of death the whole time. Like, wow, this movie took a turn.
Yeah.
His name was Morty. I remember that.
Really?
So you don't have to. I'm the nostalgia critic. It doesn't make sense. You didn't watch Pixels, did you?
No, that offended me.
Oh God, did you see that horrible?
That was him. Pixels was him.
Yes.
Oh
God, yes. God, what was that? What was the fucking name of that movie? It's really shite to watch now. I saw it in fucking theaters when it came out, and even then, I was like, even back then, little homophobic middle school Taylor Russell was like, something seems wrong with this.
And the Chuck and Larry one.
Yeah, Chuck and Larry. Yeah.
That seemed. I didn't watch that one.
I saw that like a few years ago, and I'm like, this movie's fucked up.
I got that sense from the trailers to that movie. I was like, the people laughing at this are like something's wrong here. I don't possess the words just yet to put it into, but something feels off about this. The people who are really laughing at this are not good people.
See,
and
here's the thing though. Okay, the thing is that, you know, you think about the movie and you think, oh, well, he's obviously Taylor's saying the movie's fucked up. He's obviously talking about the homophobia. It's not the homophobia, because the movie legitimately feels like this is a movie about a straight guy who really wants to help out his gay friends, but just doesn't know shit about gay culture, and so like he has to rely on stereotypes for some things. Yeah, but you can tell his heart was in the right place. He's just stupid. Yeah. The thing that's fucked up about the movie is the back and forth between him and the lady in the movie. How he's convinced her he's gay, so he earns her trust. Oh. And it gets kind of fucked up.
No, that's really not cool.
There's a part in the movie where he feels her boobies because she's comfortable with him because she thinks he's gay.
And that's sexual assault.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, okay, what?
That is significantly
if
less
anything,
cool.
it makes straight people look bad.
Let's just call it a bad time.
I mean, let's be honest, straight people don't need to do much to make themselves look bad.
Yeah. I'm evil.
Oh no, I'm white and straight. The worst of all humans.
It's true.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Are you male?
Yes.
Oh no!
That makes me think of the episode of King of the Hill where Bobby has like the socially conscious social studies teacher who's teaching him about atrocities and all the stuff that the Texas history books are omitting from the curriculum.
Oh wait, is this the Thanksgiving episode?
No,
where Bobby fucks up the turkey?
I think it is that one.
Bobby fucks the turkey.
Where Bobby fucks the turkey.
And like he's asking, they have like an assignment to like find out who your ancestors were and who they wronged or whatever. And he's like, Mom, like who are we descended from? And she's like, well, Bobby, you know, like my father was Scottish or whatever, and like your father something. And she's like, and your great grandfather was German. And he's like, stop, just stop.
Oh no. Well, it's all good. What is the name of the Adam Sandler movie that you're recommending? That B-Rye is endorsing. B-Rye endorsed movie.
Hubie Halloween. Hubert Halloweeny.
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie, how do you spell Hubie?
Hubie.
Hubie. Okay. I don't know. It could be like Hubie. Like it's Japanese Hyubi. Hubie.
But yeah, it's okay. It's funny.
All right, well, everybody, you heard it first and foremost. B-Rye recommends with every ounce of his being that you are going to love this fall. Hubert Halloween.
Sure, fine.
Adam Sandler, get in here and give us a send-off for B-Rye. Oh, he did, B-Roy. I'm going to go.
God damn it, Adam.
Woo-hoo.
Get out of here, Adam.
Now, even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.